Well, what's significant is here's an organization, for example, ICER, that does a wonderful job in registering people, taking people often the day they get their citizenship and register them. And that is such a wonderful contrast to these voter suppression efforts going on. And that's the irony, is that everyone should be allowed to be a citizen. We're way past some of these silly arguments of the past. We need immigration reform now. And so the irony we have here today is thousands of people are coming because they want to participate in the political process and they want to vote. And yet the Congress, whose job is to do voting, and they get paid a lot of money, and they refuse to vote. So it's a great irony. So we appreciate the great work in terms of registering thousands of people, and that will continue. But for our democracy to work, people's voices need to be heard. And I think that's what people are asking for today. We know the issue has been debated for years. Even if you disagree with the immigration reform movement now, at least have the guts, have the maturity to stand up and vote. And let's let the citizens see where you stand. It's not much necessary. It's just that democracy works best when lots of people vote and lots of different ideas are represented. Okay? And one of the great things about these new immigrants that are registering in large numbers and voting is that we need to hear from them. Okay? You can't have a society. I mean, for years we had a society in which African Americans couldn't vote, and then we had for a long time women couldn't vote. And it's really important that people who have some different views, and what's important about this community is they understand the challenges of being an immigrant. They understand how we don't want to have families separated. They understand how important it is that Congress act now. So when you frankly bring in more people on your side, that's a plus. Democracy functions best when there's more people registering and voting, and that's what I think ICR is all about. It's always been difficult. It has become less difficult because of the work of ICR. Years ago we started this thing where we would go to the citizenship ceremonies, and as soon as they finished saying "I do," or whatever the official language is, they would go ahead and register those folks. And that's a wonderful way to catch them at a good time and to educate them about the possibilities of voting. So difficult, they've made it seem easy. It is still difficult, but they've done such a good job of being there, talking to the people, making them understand why it's important, and registering them and then sending those registrations to us. It's difficult because people are busy. People have a lot of things to do. Registration, we're going to have online voter registration starting next summer. Okay, we're still old-fashioned this way. Most other democracies around the world, you turn 18 and you're automatically registered. We make it hard for people because many of the people we're talking about move frequently. It means I have to register each time. So it's easier than it used to be, but it's still difficult. We're trying to make that better with online registration and other things. But in the meantime, what ICRR does is, again, go and connect with people where they can find them. And that the success to this is because they're registering, like I said, right when they're becoming citizens. That's probably what makes it easier and more effective.